It's a Friday night at WKVL, a tiny radio station that smells like old carpet and good intentions. Emma Carter is standing near the punch bowl, proud to have helped organize every detail of this fundraiser.
I set up the donation table by the door. That way, people see it before they even take their coats off.
Smart. You've thought of everything tonight. This whole event has your fingerprints all over it.
Daniel helped too. A little.
Emma, he showed up 40 minutes late and ate 6 of your mini quiches.
Emma laughed. She was good at that, making everything sound fine.
Hey! Before we get back to the music, I called in a little dedication.
Daniel walked to the front of the room, grinning the way he always did when he wanted an audience.
This next song goes out to someone very special. Someone who makes even a hard week feel worth it. You know who you are.
The room made a warm, collective sound. People glanced at Emma. She smiled and touched her hair. Then the DJ started the song. And Emma saw Vanessa Brooks press her hand flat against her chest. Eyes suddenly wet. Lips parted like she'd just heard something she'd been waiting a long time to hear. Emma's smile stayed on her face, but something behind it turned very, very cold. She had no idea yet what she'd just seen, but she would find out. And when she did, Daniel Carter was going to wish he'd kept his mouth shut.
Emma, you okay?
Fine. I'm completely fine.
She was not fine. An hour later, the fundraiser was winding down. Emma offered to help Maggie, the station's longtime archivist, sort through a stack of old equipment in the back room, mostly just to get away from the crowd.
You don't have to do this, honey. It's dusty, and it smells like 1987 back here.
I want to. I need something to do with my hands.
The kind of night where keeping busy feels safer than thinking.
Something like that.
Maggie didn't push. She just handed Emma a box of old reel-to-reel tapes and a cup of lukewarm coffee.
We've been meaning to catalog all of these for years. Most of them are just old broadcasts, but some of them, people used to call in before everything was digital. They'd leave anonymous messages, little confessions, I suppose.
Anonymous? Why?
Because the truth is easier to say when nobody knows your name.
Emma turned one of the old tapes over in her hands. The label just said, Open Lines, 1989.
Has anyone ever listened to all of these?
I have. Every single one.
And?
People are complicated, Emma. They love badly. They wait too long. They say the wrong things for years, and then one day they say the right thing to the wrong person. These tapes are full of all of that.
Emma set down her coffee. She looked at the box. There were dozens of tapes in there. Maybe more.
Can I borrow some of these to help with the cataloging?
Take whatever you need.
Maggie watched her go, carrying the box under her arm. The old woman's expression was quiet and knowing, and just a little bit sad. The next morning, Daniel was eating cereal and scrolling through his phone. Emma had been up since 5. She'd listened to 3 tapes already.
Who did you dedicate that song to last night?
I told you. It was a joke. Just for someone at work.
Which someone?
Does it matter? The whole room thought it was funny.
Vanessa didn't think it was funny. She looked like she was about to cry.
Daniel set down his spoon. Just for a second. Then he picked it up again.
Vanessa is very emotional. You know how she is.
I actually don't know how she is. I've met her twice.
Emma. It was a song dedication at a little radio fundraiser. You're turning it into something it isn't.
What is it then? Tell me exactly what it is.
It's nothing. It's a joke between coworkers. I'm going to work.
He rinsed his bowl, kissed her on the forehead, and Emma noticed he kissed her forehead and not her mouth, and that he had been doing that for months. After he left, she went back to the tapes. On the 4th one, a man's voice said, I keep buying her coffee the way she likes it because I can't say what I actually mean. Emma sat very still. On the 7th tape, a woman said, He dedicated a song to me once, in front of everyone. His wife was standing right there. I still have it memorized. Emma turned off the recorder. She sat for a long time. Then she picked up the phone and called the radio station.
Maggie, it's Emma. I want to talk about those open line broadcasts. And I want to know, is the anonymous call-in line still active?
It is. We never turned it off. Why?
I have an idea.
3 days later, Emma stopped by Daniel's store. Not to see Daniel, to see the place, to watch how he moved through it. She found him near the deli counter, talking to Vanessa, standing close enough that their arms were almost touching.
I just need you to tell me it's going to be okay. That's all I need.
It's going to be fine. Stop worrying.
You said that last week, and then you avoided me for 3 days.
I wasn't avoiding you. I was busy. This is a grocery store, Vanessa. I run it.
You run it so well that you couldn't answer one text?
Emma turned the corner before either of them saw her. She stood behind a display of soup cans and breathed slowly. She had heard enough. She walked back to her car, and she sat in the parking lot. And she was very quiet for a very long time. Then she drove to the radio station. That evening, Maggie showed Emma how the old call-in system worked. The anonymous recordings would play during the station's late-night open mic block. No names, no faces, just voices.
You're sure about this?
I'm sure I need to do something. And this feels right.
What are you going to say?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to describe things, specific things, and let people figure out what they mean.
That's either very smart or very dangerous.
Maybe both.
Emma sat down in front of the old microphone. She unfolded a small piece of paper. On it, she'd written a few notes. Things she'd seen, things she'd heard, things she'd put together slowly over the past week.
This is a message for 2 people who probably won't admit they're listening. You ordered the same coffee every morning for 6 months. You thought nobody noticed. A medium dark roast, 2 sugars. The same thing you used to leave on her desk before the store opened. Back when you thought quiet gestures were invisible.
She clicked off the recording. Her hand wasn't shaking. That surprised her.
How do you know they'll hear it?
Daniel listens to this station every morning on his drive in. He told me once it was the only thing on the radio that felt real.
Maggie looked at her for a long moment.
Emma, I've known a lot of people who've been hurt the way you're being hurt right now. Most of them either go quiet or they go loud. You're doing something else entirely.
What am I doing?
You're listening. Really listening. And that's almost always more powerful than shouting.
The next morning, the anonymous message played at 7:42. Emma sat at her kitchen table and listened to her own voice come through the little radio on the counter. Across town, Daniel was in his car.
What is that?
He turned up the volume.
2 sugars. Who said that? Who called that in?
He pulled into the parking lot and sat there, engine running. At the same time, Vanessa was in the break room at the store, stirring her coffee. When she heard the broadcast through the little speaker on the shelf, she went completely still.
That's our thing. That's the coffee thing. Nobody knows about that.
She put down her spoon.
Did he tell someone?
She picked up her phone and texted Daniel. He texted back in under 30 seconds. Did you record something and send it to the radio station? She stared at that message for a long time.
Why would I do that?
Daniel texted back, I don't know, but someone did. Their trust in each other, which had never been anything more than a secret, was already beginning to crack. That afternoon, Richard, the station's elderly owner, called Emma into the office. He had the kind of voice that expected to be listened to.
I understand you've been using our open line system, Maggie told me.
I have. I thought it might add something to the station's programming.
It's gotten more calls this week than we've had in 2 years. Whatever you said, people responded.
I just told the truth about something small.
People are hungry for that, apparently.
Richard settled back in his chair, studying her.
You know, my wife once told me that the most dangerous person in any room is the one who is actually paying attention. I thought that was a bit dramatic at the time.
And now?
And now I'm watching you, and I think she was right. Are you going to tell me what this is really about?
It's about people who hide things in plain sight and assume no one is watching.
Is someone going to get hurt?
Someone already got hurt.
Richard was quiet for a moment. Then he nodded once.
The anniversary broadcast is in 2 weeks. We do a live open-air event, full community. Everything goes on the air.
I know.
If you have something to say, that will be the time to say it properly.
I'll be ready.
The second anonymous message aired 4 days later. Emma had been careful. She described a specific afternoon, the time Daniel told Vanessa he'd handle the inventory schedule so she'd have Saturdays free, and told Emma he had mandatory manager training those same Saturdays. She never said any names. She never had to. By the time Daniel arrived at the store that morning, Vanessa was already waiting for him.
There was another one, last night on the 11 o'clock segment.
I heard it.
Daniel, it was about the Saturdays. Nobody knew about the Saturdays. I never told anyone.
Neither did I.
Then who?
I don't know. I've been thinking about it, and I genuinely do not know.
Could Emma...
Emma doesn't listen to late-night radio. She goes to bed at 10.
You think you know exactly what she does and doesn't do?
Daniel didn't answer that.
Someone knows, Daniel. Someone has been watching us, and they've been quiet about it for a long time, and now they're not quiet anymore. And you standing here telling me you don't know anything is not helping.
I'm telling you I don't know because I don't know.
Or you're telling someone. To end it cleanly. To make me look like the one who talked.
That is insane.
Is it? Because right now you look very calm for a man whose secret is being broadcast on the radio.
They stared at each other. Two people who had only ever trusted each other with the worst parts of themselves, now not sure they trusted each other at all. A week before the anniversary broadcast, Emma met Sophie for coffee. Sophie had been patient and kind and hadn't pushed, but she had eyes.
You seem different, steadier.
I feel steadier.
Are you going to tell me what's going on?
I found something when I was going through those old tapes. Not about Daniel, about people in general. About how many people just absorb everything. The hard stuff, the unfair stuff. And they stay quiet because they think staying quiet is what love looks like.
And you used to think that.
I did.
And now?
Now I think staying quiet is sometimes just fear with a nicer name.
Emma, what have you been doing?
Listening. And then saying what I heard.
Through the radio station.
It wasn't a question. Sophie knew her too well for questions.
I haven't said his name. I haven't said hers. I've just described things exactly as they were.
And they know it's about them.
They know. And because they both know, and neither one of them told anyone, they think the other one is the leak. And that is eating them alive.
What happens at the anniversary broadcast?
I stopped being anonymous.
Sophie set down her cup.
Are you sure?
I've been invisible for 2 years, Sophie. I organized fundraisers, I made quiches, I smiled at his coworkers. I was right there, the whole time, and I was invisible.
Not to everyone.
No, not to everyone, but to the people who should have seen me most.
Okay, I'll be there.
I know you will.
The anniversary broadcast was held on a Saturday afternoon in the small park behind the station. Half the town was there. String lights hung between old oak trees. The smell of food carts and warm air mixed together. It felt like a celebration. Daniel had come. Of course he had. He thought this was just a community event. He stood near the back with a drink in his hand, looking relaxed, looking fine. Vanessa was there too. She stood on the other side of the crowd. She and Daniel had not spoken in 4 days. Richard was at the microphone.
For 30 years, this station has believed that real voices matter. Ordinary people telling true things. That is what we were built on. Tonight, we want to celebrate that, and we've asked someone very special to speak. She's been part of our community for a long time, and she recently reminded us why this station exists. Emma Carter.
Emma walked to the microphone. She could see Daniel in the crowd. His expression had shifted. Not quite nervous, not quite sure.
A few weeks ago, I started listening to old recordings from this station. People who called in anonymously to say things they couldn't say out loud. Things about love, about regret, about waiting too long.
A few people in the crowd nodded. The park was quiet.
I started making recordings of my own, anonymous ones. I described specific things, small, ordinary things, that only a few people would recognize. And those people did recognize them. And when they did, they panicked. Because they assumed someone they knew had been telling their secrets.
Daniel put down his drink.
But nobody told on them. No one went looking for dirt, or hired anyone, or dug through phones. The only person gathering information was someone they had completely stopped seeing. Someone who was there every single day, watching, listening, being underestimated.
Vanessa had gone very still across the crowd.
I was never an enemy. I was never a spy. I was just a wife who paid attention, who noticed the coffee order, who realized that mandatory manager training who'd been going on for 7 months without producing a single certificate, who saw a coworker cry at a song dedication and knew exactly why.
The crowd was completely silent now.
I'm not here to humiliate anyone. I'm here to say this. I saw everything. I said nothing for a long time because I thought being quiet was the kind thing to do. But quiet didn't make anything better. It just made me smaller.
She looked out at the crowd. She didn't look at Daniel. She didn't need to.
These recordings, the old ones and the new ones, they all say the same thing underneath. People want to be really seen. Not performed for, not managed. Seen. I think a lot of us in this town have been performing for each other for a long time and calling it love. I know I have.
She stepped back from the microphone. The crowd was quiet for one long second. Then Maggie started clapping. Sophie joined in. Then more people. Then most of the park. Daniel stood completely still. Vanessa had already turned and walked away. Emma didn't watch either of them go. She was done watching things fall apart. She was ready to watch something get built. As the crowd slowly broke into conversation, Emma found Maggie sitting on one of the old park benches near the station's back door.
You did well.
I shook the whole way up there.
I know. I could see your hands. Nobody else could.
Do you think it was too much?
No, I think it was exactly enough. The hard part now is what comes after.
I know. I have to figure out a lot of things.
You will.
How do you know?
Because you came into that back room carrying a box of other people's heartbreak. And instead of using it to break someone, you used it to find your own voice. That is not a small thing, Emma.
Emma looked out at the park. The lights were still strung between the trees. Music was playing from the station's outdoor speaker. People were talking and laughing and eating, the way people do when something uncomfortable has passed and the air feels clean again.
Can I ask you something?
Always.
That tape. The one from 1989. The woman who said a man dedicated a song to her while his wife was standing right there. Did it end well? For any of them?
The wife called in again 6 months later. She said she'd moved to a smaller town. She was learning to garden. She said she was surprised to find out she liked mornings.
That's not a perfect ending.
No, but it's a real one. And sometimes real is better than perfect.
Emma nodded. She sat with that for a minute. Just a minute. Then Sophie appeared with 2 cups of something warm, and the music played on, and the lights glowed between the old trees. And Emma Carter, for the first time in a very long time, felt like herself. The moral of this story: when someone is being ignored or lied to, the worst thing they can do is make themselves even smaller. Emma was treated like she wasn't in the room, by a husband who thought she wasn't paying attention, and by a woman who counted on Emma being too quiet to speak up. But being quiet wasn't kindness. It was just fear. The real power Emma had was never a secret she uncovered or a trap she set. It was the simple fact that she had been present, watching and listening, when the people who should have valued her most had stopped seeing her entirely. If you have been made to feel invisible by someone close to you, the answer is not to disappear further. Your presence matters. Your voice matters. And the people who rely on your silence to protect their lies are counting on you not knowing that.